Hello everybody and welcome back to Crusader Kings, where last episode our brother died of definitely natural causes. I don't know what you're talking about, it was absolutely natural causes. And we have, of course, inherited his duchy. So that is fantastic. We do need to get married to someone here. Now, actually the people who we could get married to have decent stewardship. This will not result in an alliance, but it doesn't result in a legitimacy loss, which is good, because we need all the legitimacy we can get our hands on. Of course, we also need a lot of prestige. Prestige is a problem for us at this moment. We're at minus 1.2. We are regenerating pikemen, bowmen, and light horsemen at this moment, so that is reasonably fine, but let's get that marriage done. Excellent. So that will be absolutely fine. The most worthy expert of the spears, or I guess the most expert of the spears, needs a successor. I don't want to spend prestige on that, though, right now, unfortunately. So we can end our entrenched regency, and we definitely should do that. That is in here, of course. And we can just offer nothing, and that is fine. She is selfless, so it'll be okay. The regency is now ended. Fantastic. So next up, we want to attack down here, but our wife is going to need to be put to work managing the domain. That brings us up to 6 of 7. So now we can attack this guy for a de jure claim on this chiefdom. Alternatively, we could do it with a county conquer. That would be a little expensive. Is he a duchy tier realm? He is. We could try to subjugate him, but I don't think that's worth the prestige at this time. So either way, it's going to cost us prestige. We could do 50 prestige or 43 prestige, and we'll take the 43 prestige, naturally. Hello, pause menu. And let's raise up our forces here. This is, of course, going to cost us some prestige. Actually, yeah, minus 2.5, that's not too bad. Allies are joining the war. I didn't look at that. He has 4590 troops. Okay, spicy. So allies joined the war. And we definitely want to crush his forces before their allies get here. So, we've got 400 troops needed here. We're going to split off these guys only. The rest of these are going to come over here and try to crush these guys before all of his allies get here. So he's making his way up over here. Now, they're together. We would likely lose this is saying, because defending a river crossing, defending in forest, and more commander traits, we have more men-at-arms counter. But we can definitely try to choose a better timing for this, or a better place for this battle. This is actually... I don't know why they walked in here. Okay, this is a fantastic place for the battle. It would have been better here, but Drylands is fine. So we win that battle relatively easily, and now we need to run back over this way. These guys are walking here. Right, so we need to eliminate their other allies. And we're just coming in over this way for the time being. And we'll just try to catch them down here. This siege will be over shortly. And I want to fight them down here as soon as we can. We do not want this force to group up with the rest of their allies. So we'll do that for now. They're actually fighting up over here, remarkably. So we'll definitely take that. And they're on their way back over here. Okay. We're finishing up this battle, and let's head back this way. Do we get there before they do? I don't know. Do we finish the siege, actually? Yes, I think we do. They could have gone for this, and they chose not to, which is extraordinary. I'm not sure why they did that, but we're absolutely going to chase them down. Up here, we're at 86% war score right now. Our battle war score won't get any higher. But I do want to chase them down up this way if we can. Alternatively, we could start a siege down here. We need 13% ticking war score at this point. I want to chase them down over this way. I want to fight this force. We don't want to let them group up. And actually, we caught the smaller of the two forces there. That's huge. And then these guys stopped. Beautiful. That's really, really good. We're 91 war score right now. And we're going to win this, even though I didn't look at the fact that they were stronger than us. I should have, but I didn't. I just assumed we'd be stronger, but I shouldn't have assumed that. Okay, so they're on their way back. We're at 94 war score right now. I don't think it's even possible for them to win the war from here. Now we're going to fight here. They are once again defending a river crossing. I expect to win this, though, with our men-at-arms countering. That's really close. We are winning it now. That was a really close battle. But these guys are now stuck here, and they can't win this. This war is over. Beautiful. We were able to divide them and fight them one bit at a time. Very, like, Napoleonic tactics there. I like it. So that is absolutely great, and this war is, of course, over. So we're going to take 75 prestige. Absolutely. We're 99% and now 100%. So we'll enforce those demands and disband our troops. That puts us at 7 of 7, and we hold every holding that we want to hold over here. So that's perfect. This currently has a simple palisade and a sparring ground. I don't necessarily want it to hold that. I would rather have a gathering hall here for the prestige gain. So we'll get that going for the time being. And I want to check in on all of these. I believe all of these are set up the way we want them to be at this point. We just need to level them up. So we need to make some prestige gains. No doubt about that. We are currently having too few spouses. We can ransom off these guys. Gold is not our problem right now. Our problem is currently prestige. I think what we're going to do is we're going to finish off our wealth focus here. Let's see, we can't change that for another 3 years. Okay, so that's not something we can change at this moment. Our prestige is definitely a problem for us. And most of this is because of our men-at-arms. Yeah, pretty much all of it. Now we are reinforcing our men-at-arms right now. We do get a new stewardship perk, and that is great. We'll grab golden obligations here. But we want to change over as soon as we can. So that'll cost, or rather, wait until 900 for that to happen. We do need additional secondary spouses. It doesn't really matter who we marry here, as long as we don't end up losing legitimacy from it. So you'll do, and what else do we have here? I guess you'll do. Okay. That's all relatively fine there. Perfect. So no problem whatsoever there. We do need to get some prestige going, right? We're a little low on our men-at-arms still, so we're working on that. Although we can see we're currently at 0 prestige loss. In fact, we're at a very, very tiny prestige gain right now. And now plus 2.9. Okay, so that's solid. So regenerating is the primary issue. Cool. Good to know. We can demand a payment from our champion, which we'll do. And we can declare wars. At the moment, I'm not interested necessarily. Actually, we are kind of interested in a war of expansion. We may want to do raiding, though, for the prestige. We need 181 additional prestige to go to absolute tribal authority. We can't do that until 906 anyway, but that is definitely a interesting option to do. No doubt about that. The next option beyond that is we need to bump up our men-at-arms, and we need to get a bunch of constructions built, right? So all of that is going to be a pretty big deal. These are all tribal hold level 2. Tribal hold level 1, 1, 1. So all of that needs to get changed. How much is it to upgrade each of these? 388. So that's going to be 388 times 4. Just check. Times 4 is 1,552 prestige. That's a lot of prestige. I think the answer to that is, in fact, raiding. So we can hop up over here and raise local raiders. We can see that this is all pillaged at this moment, but we can certainly raise up our raiders and head up over, say, here for 22 gold. That'll be fine, but the gold is not the primary point of this raiding. What we really want here is the prestige. Having more vassals would also help that, because it would make it more likely that they come in and... Actually, we could definitely raid here. It would make it more likely that they come in and give us prestige, right? But, ooh, a city in Sanufo? Okay, we need to take a look at this. This is potentially a very good thing for us. So, Sanufo is where? Okay, right down here in Kong North. So, ultimately, we're going to be able to have, this is going to be a military duchy, I believe was the determination. So a castle here wouldn't be the worst thing. We would need to have one city, we would need to have one temple, and we would need to have 2 castles would be ideal. So, to that end, we could build a temple, we could build a city. I'm going to go the city route here. That's going to get us 90 gold as well. And we're going to build a city. We're going to need a temple here eventually, but we can't build these yet. So, I don't know if we can even build anything in that city. That'll be interesting to find out, but we'll take 100 gold. Absolutely. And I'm going to raid up over here. And we'll see if we get hostile to anybody. Yeah, these guys. Perfect. So I want to come fight these for the prestige. Fantastic. So we're going to get some prestige out of this. Hopefully a decent chunk of it. Okay, we have a son. That's absolutely fine. Okay, how much prestige did we get there? Ooh, that's like 100 prestige plus another 75. Yeah, that was really solid. We can head up over here, but that doesn't really help us all that much. Let's head into Ouagadougou and see about doing some additional raiding over here. So that all looks reasonably good. Yeah, I think this is absolutely fine, although we're going to want to head home fairly soon. There is some raiding to be done out this way, though. How strong is Ouagadougou? Not all that strong, so that looks good. We'd love to give additional hostile battle here. That would be the ideal scenario. So I want to take a look at what our marshal is doing. Kind of nothing. And I do want to be working in Kong on increasing our county control there. So that'll be fine. And we're going to head on down this way for the moment. So this is only 3 gold. How strong is Akan here? We might not want to head into there at this level of troop. So let's just head home at this point. Let's not build up hostilities with Akan. They are strong enough to potentially threaten us here. I think we could win it, but our levy count is currently low. So we should probably let that come on up. Beautiful. So we're at 314 prestige right now. I absolutely want to start upgrading some of these tribal holds. This is not, I think, going to be enough to do that, but we'll disband this army. That'll be okay. And we'll deliver some of that raid loot. We do need a marshal, which is going to be this guy, who's currently our chancellor. And you can be our new chancellor. That's fine. So that looks reasonably good. We have a lot of gold right now, but what we need right now more than anything is, of course, prestige. We're negative on prestige as we regenerate our men-at-arms, but that is now done, and there's not really a problem there. That said, our levy count is low right now, for sure. We could definitely gain some dread here. I think dread is okay. So we do see low control levels in some locations here. But that is all growing in theory. Okay, so in Laraba, we do have a unit of pikemen stationed. In Boron, we have nothing stationed. That's currently going over to a gathering hall. That seems fine. Down here, we definitely have a sparring ground currently. This is going to a gathering hall. That's probably going to end up changing. And here we have pikemen stationed. So we have longhouses and a simple palisade. I believe this is as good as it gets for our pikemen. So for the moment, that seems fine. I definitely... Ooh, ask to promote legend. He would pay us 50 gold. So what is this legend? The legend promoter would get some learning and monthly piety and control growth in the barony. But we're not the owner. The owner is this person. I'm going to decline that. I don't think we really get anything out of it other than gold, and we don't really need gold. We've got lots of gold right now. So can we change our wealth focus? We can. I'm going to wait until after... Actually, we can't yet. I'm going to wait until after this fills, and then we'll think about it. 16 June. It should be around that time. We had another sun, which could, of course, be awkward. And Kong North, I want to upgrade to a fortified tribal hold. So we're going to get that going. And that sun is apparently cradled by sickness. Okay, that is reasonably fine for now. We want to get Laraba upgraded as soon as we can, and we're going to need to get a lot of prestige here. Now, can we create any titles? That's a good way to make prestige quickly. The answer is no. We can ransom off these prisoners. Okay, so taking a look at what we've got here. The Duchy of Lobi, huh? If we were to conquer an additional county out over here, we could do that. So we could go for, say, this one. 33 Piety. You know what? We could definitely do that. 3665 in terms of troops, and he is our uncle. He would not accept vassalage, even though we're his rightful liege, which is kind of remarkable. We could seize the Duchy of Lobi de jure. That would cost us 150 prestige. A subjugation would be 750 prestige. Kingdom invasion isn't something we're interested in doing right now. However, conquer duchy is absolutely something worthwhile to do here. So the Duchy of Lobi would be this. Our level of fame is actually too low to do that. We'll need a little bit more prestige to do this. So overall, we're going to need about 222 prestige. Okay, so that's definitely interesting. We could spend our gold on doing an activity, like, for example, a grand tournament. And that would definitely build us up some prestige. So we could do this in, let's see. County development is a minus there. Yeah, for all of these. We just have war camps here, so this would be the best place to do it. And we apparently can't add a oh, we could add a contest, of course. We don't have a lot of aptitude, it would appear. Yeah, non-existent aptitude for everything. Okay, we could do a recital. And we can't, of course, bump this up because we're tribal. So I don't know that this is actually worthwhile, the grand tournament. Let's think about not doing that. There are other potential options like a grand wedding or a grand tour. That does not give us prestige. I feel like 395 gold for one event in which we have no aptitude is not necessarily great, but maybe we should do it anyway. We do have plenty of gold, and yeah, we could certainly do like a recital, which would be potentially something we could do. You know what? Let's do it. It'll cost us 25 prestige to get that started, but that's okay. We could put in as our champion, Flomo. Sure, why not? Okay, that seems fine, and we don't have the prestige to start this at this moment. So we're going to need to get a little bit more prestige to do this, 25 in total. I don't know. I feel like it's maybe not going to be all that great to do it right now. I'd very much like to attack Lobi. We don't need that much prestige to do it. We can buy some time for our levies to regenerate, and I feel like that's okay. Ah, our son has died of his sickliness. Okay. So we gained 50 stress from that. That's, I guess, okay. We could become a confider, or we could just press on, and that's what we're going to do. We're currently at 105 stress, so we just need to drop that by 5 stress. There's not really a lot that we can do right now to do that, but it's okay. Okay, so we're at 22 prestige right now. We just got this perk, and we can't change over yet. When can we do that? 16 June? Okay. For right now, we're going to take It Is My Domain. And that is, of course, going to make us a lot of gold. But what it isn't going to do, and I want to be notified when this is available, what it isn't going to do is build us up prestige, right? Prestige is our primary issue right now, but having gold is helpful, for sure. So we're going to need to wait until 16 June here. And we're definitely recovering our troops nicely. We can now attack the Duchy of Lobi, which I'm interested in doing. Seizing the Duchy of Lobi de jure, but conquer Duchy is the way to go here. Yes. But right, level of fame. I'm dumb. Okay. The level of fame would be brought up by the grand tournament. Yeah, that was the plan there. Okay, we can try it and see how it goes, especially now. Actually, let's just take this to the 16th of June. There we go. Now we can change over our focus to be diplomacy and majesty focus. Okay, so with that done, we're at 4.3 prestige per month. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to host the grand tournament now that we have the prestige to do this, with the idea being that we'll see whether this is worth it or not. We can recover this gold fairly easily. We'll put in Flomo as our champion. Actually, we should probably just choose whoever is like highest diplomacy, which will be Bomu. Okay, that'll be fine. And we can start this grand tournament. We could bump up our accommodations as well as our prizes, and we'll certainly do that. This is pretty expensive, but I want to get as much prestige as we can. Okay, so that guy was appointed as our champion. We are currently not qualifying, and we should hop in over here. So this locale will open in 20 days. We're now on track to qualify, so that is good. Okay, no time to lose. We're going to head to the tourney grounds. We're just interested in getting prestige, right? So we are going to... losing some stress here and having our score decrease. Do it. Sounds good. This guy wants to promote legend. We're going to decline that. We would like to promote our own legend. Thank you very much. So we're going to continue here. The recital is going to begin in about 50 days. We can visit a locale in a moment, right about now. We can head to the temple or the tourney grounds again, and we're just going to increase our score moderately, hopefully. 41%. Okay, it was embarrassing training. That's sad. And we can visit a locale now. So we'll head over to the temple. And we could gain 100 piety here, or 150 prestige. And of course, we're taking the prestige. We need all the prestige we can get our hands on. Our level of fame has gone up, and that is fantastic. And 3, 2, 1, 0. Okay. So, knight scores and our score would increase moderately. Do it. And our stress goes down. Beautiful. It is time to show the world our skill. And we'll see how this goes. 50% chance of our score increasing immensely. This is 42 stress critical, though, because we're ambitious and arrogant. So we're going to take this. And I don't know if that worked or not. Lost in translation, huh? Well, this is not good odds. We can... Ooh, these are not good odds no matter what. We'll retaliate with an insult. I don't know if we're going to win this, though. 52% chance of our score increasing moderately. Sure, we'll see how that goes. One last verse. Our score decreases greatly, which is not great. I believe we lost that one. Well, our verse wins the crowd, actually. We did not lose. Remarkably. We're the contest winner. So we gain 150 prestige for that, and we also got an iambic virtuoso trait. Fantastic. And we'll receive a prize when it concludes. So that sounds great. We're engaged in the ceremony. We're going to give a few words because we're the host, and hopefully we get 75 prestige out of that. We did not. Sad. But we'll finish our grand tournament. We won the prize brooch, and we are going to equip that, I think. Let's see here. Hang on. I want to find that prize brooch. Where is that? Shouldn't be in any of these, right? Maybe it's a court artifact? I think it is a court artifact, actually. So, yeah, it is here. So that'll give us additional prestige per month, fertility, and parochial vassal tax contribution. Sounds good. That was a lot of gold, but it did trade into quite a lot of prestige. So that is good. There's a dangerous faction here. It's peasant rabble. Okay, that is reasonably fine. I want to attack this guy right away. So I want to do a conquered duchy for the piety cost here. And we're just going to take all of this over. Now, this is going to be a powerful vassal. No doubt about it. But we're not going to be able to hold this. So we're going to raise all of our forces here. And we're going to head in, perhaps directly to his capital. Yeah, we'll head directly to his capital. Now, he is at what strength level? 898. Oh, now his allies are joining the war. Okay, so he's walking off over this way. 38? Okay, that's not too scary. So we should be absolutely fine on that front. We're going to get this siege done in 8 months here. I would like to stack wipe this force, so that's 237. Let's leave these guys here, and let's see about chasing him down. If we can stack wipe him before the other forces show up, that would be great. I don't know where they're going to be, but where are they coming from, actually? Well, we're going to head down and try to catch this guy. He could loop around this way, but he's chosen not to. He has chosen to double back up here, which is a big mistake. That allows us to get significantly caught up. I'm going to let him lock into our capital, and we're going to head in here. Now, these guys are heading up this way, so this force is likely to get wiped here. We're going to have to walk away, sadly, from this siege, but we're going to stack wipe this force, I think, and hopefully we'll capture him. That would be the ideal scenario. Yeah, that definitely stack wiped. So we're going to group these guys together, and we're going to have to double back over here. They moved in before we could get these guys caught. It was a gamble that we lost, but we didn't really lose anything but a little time. So that's absolutely fine. We're going to group these back together. And now the question is, what is their plan? Well, currently they're just sitting down here. I do want to start up a siege here. And I want to start one here as well. So what we're going to do is we're going to... That's interesting. So this guy just declared war on us. That's interesting indeed. Okay. For the moment, we're going to continue working out over here. This guy's heading up here. I'm going to leave behind a small force here for this siege. So 312. So we're going to leave behind, say, these guys. Now, I'm going to let him lock into this. And we're going to head down here. Enemy allies are joining this war. We should call in our allies on our defensive war. Can't be called as an ally against his liege or vassals. Okay, that's exciting. So what exactly do they have for strength? 3797 doesn't feel that spooky. So we're going to fight here. And we're going to win this battle. In the meantime, we're sieging here. Beautiful. Now the question is, how long before these guys arrive? So they're attacking for this location. That is noted. We can hire mercs, and we may want to do that. I want to get out of this war as soon as we can in order to deal with it. So we're going to attack up over here, and 9 months on that siege. Okay, we're at 50% war score right now. Peasants. Right, so where are these guys going to be at? A peasant's law is to serve their lord, and they're down here. Okay, I'm not too concerned about that one. So that's okay. As far as whether we want to do something like mercenaries, we probably do. I think I'm going to hire this mercenary company for now, and I'm going to send them specifically down to here to eliminate this force. Okay, now this siege has 9 months left, now 8 months left. Ooh, take a look at this. What I want to do is I want to split off these guys, and maybe these as well. And then I want to let these lock in here. And we're going to walk down here and try to catch this guy and hope that we capture him. Ooh, he's moving quick. Hang on. I'm going to let him walk into this. There we go. This was a dumb move on his part. So we're going to walk back in here. And actually, we captured the leader down here. Okay, yep. That's the peasant uprising. So that's understood. These guys are going to move up over here for now. And we're at 49% war score here. Noted. So what I'm going to do here is group these together for the moment. 6 months left on this siege. So these guys out over here are a bit of a problem for us. We can't really abandon this area at this time. That's the thing. I do want to have a siege leader here if we've got one. We do. Okay. So this out over this way is a bit of a problem for sure. And we're just waiting for these guys to arrive here. We can fight here. So we'll do exactly that. These mercs are just hanging out over here for the moment. We need to eliminate this, right? So this siege needs to finish, but we need to knock this army out of here. Okay, there we go. So we're currently at 3 months left here. I'm going to pull our mercs back here, but not via that route. I'm going to position them here. We should have this siege done shortly, which will wrap up this war, and then we'll be able to come focus down here. Now, these guys are going to take this, which is sad, but it's not the end of the world. So, our mercs are coming in, and we are going to leave these guys here for the moment until this war is over. There we go. Group that together, and we're going to enforce these demands. So all of this territory is now ours, and we are now in this war as well. Okay, that's noted. So we'll have to defend this area, but we'll come back to that one. What we need to do now is group up over here and come this way. So awkwardness is ensuing here with these wars. No doubt about it, but we've won one, and we need to grant these titles out. So I'm going to grant this out here and grant this out here. Okay, that looks good, and these guys are going to come in and defend our capital. They are running away from us, which is exactly what we wanted to see. I'd love to catch them here. I don't think we actually will. Actually, they're kind of waiting around there. Fascinating. They have more men-at-arms counter here. Okay, so do we want to fight them in the hills here? Well, let's take a quick look at what they've got here. 288, 288. They've got some heavy infantry. Noted. Okay, so in that case, we could definitely consider bumping up our pikemen, which, of course, is not going to counter their heavy infantry. But what we could do is we could then consider hiring in some mercenaries, which are specifically like these guys. I'd like someone with some light infantry. Like these guys, actually. Oh, I hired them out over here. Okay, that's not necessarily ideal. I meant for the rally point to be moved first. That's fine, I guess. We're going to let our men-at-arms reinforce a bit. They're just kind of hanging out down here for the time being. Let's group up over here. Now, these guys are going to be heading up over this way. That's understood. And we're just cruising down over here for now. So we're going to be arriving here with both of our forces nearly simultaneously. And I want to come down and fight these guys now. Okay. So we are slightly negative in our gold, but that's okay. And we're going to eliminate this force. Or a chunk of it, anyway. There we go. So that's pretty solid. We're now going to need to take this back. These guys are fighting up here. If we end up losing this, that's not the end of the world. I'm more interested in defending this territory. We do see these guys fighting each other. Are any of these interested in a white piece? 17 reasons not to, and 24 reasons not to. So for now, that's fine. So who is the war leader here? This guy. Okay, he's a long ways away. Defensively, I'm interested in potentially a white piece out over this way, and he might be willing to do that once we get this taken. Now, this is a problem. We'll have to deal with that. Yep, that siege was lost. That was expected. So for the moment, that's okay. Okay, we're going to lose some prestige because of a plague. Ooh, a plague hitting right now is really awkward, actually. Where is this plague? Yes, I understand plagues. We got there. Okay, so this plague is here in our territory. Okay, so first thing that we need to do, of course, is get our court physician. We need a court physician. There we go. And we're going to do control plagues. Okay, so we're going to wrap up this battle, or rather this siege. There we go. Are you now willing to white piece? Yes, you are. Beautiful. So we're going to white piece that one, and we need to walk up over this way. So that's a white piece. That was a defensive white piece, of course. Smallpox over here? Okay. We're going to gain some prestige for some gold. That does mean we'll be negative in our gold, but we'll get there. So this spy master is going to need to be this guy. And we're just going to head up over this way. There's a scheme at court. No shockers there. Okay, so these guys are running away right now. We got our city built down over here. I'm not sure if we can actually build anything. We can build hospices, which actually generate taxes. That's an intriguing thing. But that's going to cost us gold, which we currently don't have. So we're going to walk up over here. We need to... Yep, there is definitely smallpox going on. Man, everything just kind of hit at once here. We need to hop up over this way and get this back. That is top priority, but we also need to fight these guys over here. We're at minus 42 right now. Ticking war score is going to be a big problem here, but we need to get out of this war. So 4 months left on this siege. I'm going to split off some mercenary levy forces here, and then the rest of these guys are going to walk down over here. And they might go and stack wipe this. If they do, that's reasonably fine, but I want to put in a siege commander here if we've got one. Yeah, this guy will do. So we're going to walk down here and eliminate this army. And he's now running away. Perfect. Now he's coming back. Okay. We'll put it on the celebration pier. That'll be fine. And we want to attack over here. Absolutely. So we're at plus 15 now. Smallpox is apparently going away. I'm not sure we ever got it, which is good. We could isolate our capital. Okay, we got it. And do no more than what is necessary. We're a little brighter. We're currently dying at the age of 24 due to frozen grief and also due to smallpox. Smallpox is a catastrophic penalty, And if we died right now, that would be really, really, really awkward. No doubt about it. Hopefully we don't. Let's get out of this war. Okay. So at this point, I would like to siege this guy's holding. He is only a count tier, right? Yes. So we'll siege his capital. We're taking this territory back. Okay. We no longer have smallpox. That is a really good thing. Really, really, really good. So we're going to hop in over this way. We're at 85% war score at this time. That was very awkward. No doubt about it. But we survived smallpox, and that is a very big deal. We'll grab additional prestige per dread. We definitely could use more prestige here. And apparently our guest is attempting to romance us. We do need a new chancellor. It'll be this guy. We could isolate our capital or enter seclusion. We've already had smallpox, though, so I don't think that's actually a thing. I don't think we need to do that. So we've got 7 months here and 3 months here. Ticking war score is on our side. Either of these finishing up, I suspect, will finish the war. So that's good. We will ignore him and steal his ideas, obviously. We just hit 90% and can enforce our demands here. He'll accept this. Okay, beautiful. So that sounds good. We'll enforce these demands. And we managed to survive that. And we'll disband our troops. That was a lot. No doubt about that. But that was also really solid. That went well. So at this point, we, of course, need to put a cut in here. And we'll see what happens with the smallpox outbreak. We managed to survive smallpox, and that is a big deal. We managed to survive all of those wars being declared on us as well, and I'm very pleased with that. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and a very special thank you to all of the channel members for making this video possible, including ALS Gamer, Shadow Wolf, Kentogan, Ali Lee, Upper Cumberland Gamers, Nick Smarty, Dimitri H, Punching the Microphone, Soccerman12 UK, and all the rest. And of course, you. Thank you for watching. If you'd like to support the channel, you can click the join button down below the video, and as always, I will see you all next time.